Are you Mr. Brooks? You're late.
I got a bit diverted. I hope I haven't put you out too much, Miss...
Pennington? Not in the least. We'll be able to talk more after your meeting. Mr. Foster is waiting for you in his study. If you'd care to go in?
Welcome, Mr. Brooks. I'm Charles Randolph Foster. Did you have a good trip?
It was a little bumpy. I made the acquaintance of Lou Goretti. He said you wanted to meet me. There are one or two things I'd like to know.
I'm going to answer all your questions and others besides. But first, allow me one little eccentricity. I have a passion for Oriental games, and I've just acquired a rather unique piece. It's a game called The Jade Stones and the Scarab. Shall we see how you get on?
What are the rules of the game?
They're very simple. You move your pawn to take 3 jade pieces, but you mustn't get caught by the Scarab. He's just waiting to eat you up. Well done! You got away from the Scarab.
And what do I get out of this victory?
Mr. Brooks, I have here something that is rightly yours. Allow me to return it to you. Your father's medallion.
This medallion. I remember now. My father showed it to me once when I was a child. I'd completely forgotten its existence.
Your father would no doubt have wished for you to have this inheritance. He didn't have time to get it to you.
The Great War took him from us. I know he was convinced he'd come back alive. But how do you come to have his medallion?
The main thing's not to wonder how I come to have it, but how we're going to make use of it. Because it isn't just a simple bronze trinket. Your inheritance is part of a mystery that could well change the history of mankind forever. Mr. Brooks, I am currently involved in the financing of some very important archaeological work. Your medallion is the key to forgotten knowledge, the key to this planet's most ancient civilization. I'm talking about Atlantis.
Atlantis? But that's just a myth. You can't seriously believe in it.
I assure you I'm not a madman, Mr. Brooks. I've accumulated many clues, and over time my doubts have turned to certainties. Atlantis truly did exist. Your father's medallion will provide incontrovertible proof. But we have to be careful, for we're not the only ones searching.
Is that why I was attacked? Those guys were looking for a medallion that would lead them to Atlantis?
They're working for a man called Elliot, who is himself working for an occult society that wishes to get hold of the precious Atlantean knowledge.
Keeps getting better. This is all nuts. It's very hard to believe.
What I'm telling you is nothing but the truth, Mr. Brooks, incredible as it may seem.
What is it that motivates you? Maybe you actually want to use Atlantean knowledge just to further your own interests?
I can assure you my intentions are entirely honest. I gave you what your father left for you, and nothing obliged me to do that.
That's true. But why set off in search of Atlantis?
For years now, I've been collecting antiques and donating them to the great museums of the world. But all the treasures I've managed to pick up in the past are nothing compared to the heritage that Atlantis represents. I want this heritage to be of benefit to the greatest possible number of people.
How very honorable of you.
Like me, the Thule Group has been searching for Atlantis for a long time. I've been most alarmed by the plans of the fanatics who make up this group. They want to dominate others and impose their values on the entire world. Such madness! They must be prevented from accomplishing their ends.
I'd really like to know how you found the medallion.
After your father died, this little object had quite an eventful time of it. It passed through many hands, traveled across many oceans. I finally managed to get it back from a pawn shop. I at least knew its true value, so I kept it somewhere safe.
What's so special about it?
Everything leads me to believe that it was made in Atlantis. When I learned that Elliot was trying to get hold of it, I had you followed to keep you from harm. You see, Elliot was convinced you had it in your possession.
So I've not heard the last of him. He'll try to get it again.
Well, no, actually. To get Elliot off our backs for a while, I had a copy of it made. I put this copy into my collection of antiquities here in the Empire State Building.
Kind of decoy. I just bet that's got something to do with the sabotage in the building.
You got it. I arranged for Elliot to find out where this object he was so desperate to find was. He's taken the bait, and he's stolen the fake medallion with the help of Lansky, the New York gangster's gang. Now Elliot thinks he's got us beat.
What exactly are you looking for? The location of Atlantis? What role does the medallion play in all this?
According to all the legends and archaeological sources that I've studied, the way to find the sunken continent will be revealed by a mysterious relic.
And where is this relic to be found?
I don't know. It's hidden in a sanctuary somewhere, behind impenetrable closed doors. These doors may be opened by a key made up of 3 medallions. Your medallion is one of them.
So there's more than one medallion? Where are the other 2?
They are in the possession of an archaeologist and a former army officer. They both seemed interested in working with me, but I've had no news of them for several weeks. They have to be found so they can join us in searching for the Atlantean relic, and then Atlantis itself.
I suppose you're telling me all this because you want me to be part of your plan.
Brooks, I need people I can trust right now. Aren't you excited at the prospect of finding Atlantis? The lost secrets of that civilization will bring great advances to humanity. Atlantean knowledge and its hitherto unknown sciences will allow us to make enormous progress.
Indeed, and I share your vision, but are you sure I'm the most suitable person to help you?
Your father and his medallion link you to the mystery of Atlantis. I have no doubt that during your quest, you will learn more about your heritage. Please accept to become my associate.
Tell me more about this Elliot and the group he's working for.
The group's called Fool. Its members believe themselves to be the sole legitimate heirs of Atlantis. They want to get their hands on the lost knowledge to use it for nefarious ends. There's a lot at stake.
And Elliot?
Fool brought in James Elliot to work for them. He's a treasure hunter. He's completely fearless, and he has no scruples about using violence to get what he wants. It was his men that attacked you on the Hindenburg.
All right, then I'll help you. This is the first time I've ever gone off in search of a myth. But that doesn't worry me. There's a first time for everything. I've always been an adventurer at heart. It's kind of nice to think I'll be helping things along a bit.
You won't regret it, Brooks. The first step will be to find the 2 other bearers of Atlantean medallions. My assistant, Miss Pennington, will provide you with whatever information I have been able to glean. With the help of the medallions, I have no doubt that the road to Atlantis will soon reveal itself.
I appreciate your optimism.
Watch out for Elliot. He'll surely be trying to get there before you. Good luck, Brooks.
Good. You are now an associate of Mr. Foster. He has entrusted you with an important mission. First of all, you have to find Miss Sullivan, the historian and archaeologist, who, according to our latest information, is in China, in Macau.
Not exactly just down the street, huh?
Everything has been arranged so the journey should present no problem. Mr. Foster is a man of many resources.
So I understand.
The second person you must contact is Captain Nathaniel Blackwood. We know very little about him, other than that he used to be an intelligence officer before leaving the army.
This Captain Blackwood, is he in China too?
To tell the truth, we have no idea. The last time he was seen was in Germany, but he seems to have moved on. We're doing everything we can to find some trace of him. We'll keep you informed.
I'm confident you are. You seem very efficient.
I take pride in giving satisfaction to anyone who works with me, Mr. Brooks.
Yeah. Well, hey, nice statue. That Sphinx in front of your desk.
You're to be provided with a truly exceptional mode of transport for your journey, the Hindenburg itself. As soon as you're ready to depart, it'll take you to Macau.
The biggest airship in the world? All for me? Are you kidding?
Never on company time, Mr. Brooks. Mr. Foster is a personal friend of Hugo Eckner, the head of the Zeppelin Company. They've known each other for many years. An adventure such as yours calls for an uncommon method of transport.
Your name, Pennington, is that British? I love England. I spent several years there.
It shows. You appear somewhat educated. I like cultured people, with whom I can have long and passionate conversations.
What do you want?
I was just wondering if I could visit...
No visit. Access to upper deck reserved for good customers.
Ah, and what exactly are you doing here?
My job is to make sure everything goes okay. If someone gets unruly, I throw him overboard.
Well then, I'll just try to keep in your good books. Ever hear of a Miss Sullivan?
No, don't know her.
Oh man, this is the pits. I'm feeling lucky and there's nothing I can do about it. And all because I just celebrated a little bit too much last time. Hey, pal, help me out here, would you? Go to the counter and place a bet on the 6 for me, will you?
The 6 of what?
Rat number 6. He's a champ. He just tears up the track like a devil was snapping at his heels.
You're betting on a rat?
Sure. Where you been, pal? These here rat races ain't just to pass the time, you know. They can make you rich. Well, when you ain't been banned from betting, that is. And you ain't been. So come on, buddy. Place a bet for me.
I'm looking for someone. A lady called...
Look at them. Ain't they sweethearts? Cute little creatures ready to give their all. And that number 6, just dynamite. Come on, do me a favor. After the race, I'll answer all your questions.
Okay, if it means so much to you.
Hey, thanks, pal. Whatever you do, don't tell the cashier you're betting for me. I've been banned for a week. But Lady Luck is with me tonight, and I ain't letting go of her. Put it all on 6. 6! Hurry up. It ain't long till the start. And don't forget to get the betting slip stamped. If the cashier ain't there, just go on round. But look out for Lee Tang. He's got his eye on everything. If you reckon he's seen you, just go back into the gaming room and he'll leave you alone.
are you? You're not supposed to be here. I'm gonna call Li Tang.
I just wanted to place a bet, and you were fast asleep. You often take a nap while you're working? It's not very professional.
Okay. You won't tell anyone?
Mum's the word.
In that case, I'll keep my mouth shut too. I've been working all day, and I have to replace Q Wang because he's sick. I'm very tired.
Don't worry, I'll keep quiet about it. Have you seen a Miss Sullivan here at all? She's an archaeologist.
Sorry, I don't know anyone of that name.
I want to bet on rat number 6 in the next race. Here's my bet.
Very well. I'll just register that. Here's your slip. Here you are. Here's your betting slip.
There, the bet's made.
Just in time, the race is starting. Keep your fingers crossed and enjoy the show. Yeah, I win. Well played, Pally. Here's a little cut for you. You earned it. The cashier didn't smell a rat when you picked up the winnings, did he?
No, he didn't suspect a thing. He was kind of sleepy.
I'm a rich man. I told you, pal. That 6, he's dynamite. Those rat races sure get the old ticker going. Think I'll just celebrate with a few shots. That ought to calm me down a bit.
I'm looking for a lady called Miss Sullivan. She's an archaeologist. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. The only European girl I've seen recently was Ishtar, and I don't reckon she's an archaeologist.
Who is she then, this Ishtar?
A gorgeous woman can just make a guy's head spin. She seemed to really like the rat races. I've seen her betting on them quite a few times, but she don't have no luck. Hey, maybe she knows this Miss Sullivan you're looking for. She should be here soon. It's round about the time she drops by.
I guess rat racing isn't the only entertainment there is here, is it?
Nope, depends on the evening. Hey, I just heard there's a game of poker going on in one of the private booths. It's strictly for the regular customers, but you know, a bit of persuasion is sometimes very interesting stakes. I might drop by there myself later.
And how do I find this poker game?
You have to go see Li Tang to get into the upper deck. He's the big guy in blue, the one keeping an eye on everyone. He'll only let you through if you have enough money to bet. But watch out, though. He ain't always in a good mood. He's thrown me out on more than one occasion.
You must be Ishtar, I presume.
You presume right. And to whom do I have the honor?
My name's Howard Brooks. I'm hoping to meet Miss Sullivan, an archaeologist. She's been here before. Maybe you know her?
Maybe I do. What do you want with her?
I need to contact her about something of the utmost importance.
Ah. And who might you be working for? Here in Macau, there are some rather dubious types. It's always best to be careful.
I have an associate in New York by the name of Foster. I assure you we mean no harm to Miss Sullivan. In fact, we're in need of her help.
You seem like an honest man. Miss Sullivan is a good friend of mine, and I don't want to cause her any trouble. I'll take you to her. But first you have to do something for me.
Sounds fair enough. So, do you come here often?
From time to time. As for you, it's obviously the first time you've set foot in a casino.
It really shows, huh?
Let's just say you look a little too open. I'm very interested in the rat races. I'm not one of those women who jumps up on a chair at the first sight of a mouse, but I don't like uncertainty. I never leave things to chance. If luck's not on my side, I'm the sort who will give it a little nudge.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
There's too much light in this place. I just need a little intimacy for the moment. Now, if the generator were to break down, that'd be very handy.
I see.
Fortune smiles on the brave, Mr. Brooks. I'm counting on you.
Do you play poker? I've heard there's an interesting game on tonight.
I know. I intend to be there once I've taken care of certain financial details.
I would like a drink. Are you offering me one?
Well, I don't know.
Come on, don't be shy. It'll help us get to know each other.
I'm looking for Miss Sullivan. She's an archaeologist. Have you seen her around here at all?
I don't think so. But that's not the sort of person that interests me.
What, archaeologists don't interest you?
No, it's more that women leave me cold. But men, though, are another matter. Men like you.
Do you know Miss Sullivan? She's an archaeologist. She must have been in here.
Sorry, sir. I've never seen the lady.
This Ishtar is really quite something. You must have noticed her. Has she been coming here long?
A little over a week, sir. I'm not really very sure.
Uh-huh. She doesn't seem to have made much of an impression on you. Perhaps she's not your type.
I prefer the company of the women of my own country, sir.
Oh. Well, in that case, I imagine that young lady in the red dress doesn't leave you entirely cold?
Shh! She might hear you. I'm not worthy of her beauty. I'm just a humble barman.
Nice place you got here. Very original. A casino in a junk. Do you stay in harbor all the time?
We move the junk when circumstances require it, sir.
I suppose this clientele expects a certain level of comfort. After all, they do come here to spend money, and to win some from time to time.
We have every comfort here. Everything is very clean. We have electricity thanks to the generator behind the bar. Our clients lack nothing, sir.
Give the lady in the red dress a drink on me.
Very well, sir.
Why don't you have one yourself?
I do not drink with the customers, sir.
Thank you. You're very generous. Let's drink to our encounter.
Cheers. Are you just passing through, or do you work here?
A little of both. Maybe we could go to my cabin? We could talk more easily there.
Maybe later. No hurry. Did you know that the barman was in love with you?
The way he looks at me, I could hardly help noticing.
He's extremely shy. He feels unworthy of your attention.
He's cute, but not as cute as you.
I could do with some more ice in my drink. I have a big favor to ask of you, Miss...
Chun-Yin, ask whatever you like of me.
I need you to take care of the barman. If he were to take a little nap, that would suit me just fine.
I'm a little disappointed, but all right. It might be amusing. Go order a bottle, and I'll take care of the rest.
Why don't you open a bottle for Miss Chun-Yin?
Right away, sir.
Hey, pal, there's something I gotta ask you.
Go ahead.
Looks like you're getting on pretty well with Ishtar. Would you put in a word for me? I'd really like to buy her a drink, but I'm worried I'd make a fool of myself. I ain't used to classy dames like that. You could be my, go-behind.
You mean go-between?
Yeah, whatever. I'm counting on you, buddy.
I think the guy in the white shirt kind of likes you. He wants to buy you a drink.
He's not my type. And I've got more important things to do tonight than get into futile conversations.
He'll be disappointed. What am I going to tell him?
You'll think of something. I'm sure you can come up with a little lie if you think hard enough.
Just out of curiosity, what is your type?
Men who prefer action to fancy talk.
So did you mention me to Ishtar, huh? What'd she say?
That you seem very nice, but that you'd be wise to keep your distance. She's married to a wealthy arms dealer, and he's the jealous type.
Okay, I get the message. You win some, you lose some. I guess I'll have a drink.
That was child's play. He can't hold his drink very well for a barman.
Thanks for the help, Miss Chunyin.
My pleasure, handsome stranger.
There! We've won! I did make sure I bet on the winner, though.
Really? How'd you manage that?
Come now, Mr. Brooks. Do you think a girl's going to tell you all her little secrets? Let's just say rats, just like men, can be motivated to give it their all. Of course, I'm not comparing you to a rodent. Far from it.
Gosh, you're too kind.
Our first collaboration seems to have been a fruitful one, and that bodes well for the next one. After all, we are going to be working together. You may have already guessed, but I am the person you're looking for. I am Kate Sullivan.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, sure, I knew that right away. But why call yourself Ishtar?
I needed a little bit of anonymity. Ishtar was the name given to me by my old mentor, Professor Edward Smith. Ishtar was a Babylonian goddess. I don't take myself for a goddess, though, of course. I've always been very interested in Mesopotamian history.
Well, I'm not at all sorry to have found you, Miss Sullivan.
Call me Kate. Let's not be formal. And I'll call you Howard, if I may.
That's fine. Kate, may I ask what you're doing in Macau?
I'm searching for a very valuable bas-relief. It's linked to the mystery of Atlantis, just like the medallions.
You know, Kate, you don't look much like an archaeologist.
Right. Maybe I should be wearing +4s and little round glasses and be covered in dust and cobwebs, huh?
Hey, I'm not complaining. I have absolutely nothing against the way you look. I'm just a bit surprised.
I do like surprising people, my dear Howard. You'll get used to that pretty quick.
You know about the Atlantean medallions?
Of course. I had very little information about them, but once Foster had got in touch with me, I was able to piece together the pieces of the puzzle. The link with Atlantis became crystal clear. All my research has confirmed Foster's hypothesis.
So you too believe in the existence of Atlantis, do you?
My studies in Mesopotamian mythology have convinced me that there is some reality behind the myth of Atlantis. It has always been a fascinating myth. That's why I accepted to collaborate with Foster. Together, we have a better chance of learning more about the incredible heritage of the Atlanteans.
But you didn't tell him you were coming to China.
I didn't have time to. The section of bas-relief I'd been searching for a long time turned up again here in Macau, and it just kind of monopolized my attention.
Do you actually have one of the 3 medallions?
Yes, it's made of pewter. It has been in my family for generations. Ever since I found out how important it is, I keep it with me at all times.
You mentioned a bas-relief?
Half of a bas-relief, to be precise. I've been on the trail of it for years. 3 weeks ago, a Chinese newspaper published an article on an ancient sculpture that had been hauled up by some fishermen. From the brief description I read, it sounded just like the piece I was looking for. The first half of it, at any rate.
Is it an Atlantean bas-relief?
No, it's a mandala of Indian origin, but it is an essential element in finding the relic we're looking for. One of us really has to sit in on the poker game tonight. I have reason to believe the bas-relief might actually be one of the bets.
I sure hope we won't have any problem getting past Li Tang.
Well, I'm sure you'll know just what to say. Here, have some money. You have to let him see we've got some cash to play with. And don't spend it all at the bar. I'll have my eye on you.
You're a tough cookie. I'll try to control myself.
You have enough money for poker, but you must give me the password to get to the upper deck. Answer the question. Who will win tonight?
Calendar with today's date on it. Saturday the 10th of April.
You don't know the answer. You stay down here. Answer the question. Who will win tonight? Right answer. You can pass. Take this paper. You'll need it to hoist the sail.
It's okay. Lee Tang will let us through.
You're doing good, Howard. Now let's find the cabin where the game's going on. I hope you're good at bluffing. Well, that was a little bit tedious, but you did manage to hoist that sail. You'd make a good sailor.
Hey there, sit down. There's still a place.
There's only one place left at the table. Take it. They'll feel better about getting fleeced by an adventurer like you.
But I'm not a professional poker player.
Hey, don't put yourself down. A little luck, a bit of bluff, and you should be able to clean up. The Chinaman might well have the bas relief we're looking for. You'll have to push him into betting it.
So, you decided to make a little bet? Well, since you've been good to me, I'll try not to fleece you too bad. The poker plate here is a house variant of Texas Hold'em. You know it?
Of course. But remind me of the main rules. It's been a long time.
No problem, Pally. The aim of the game is to make up the best combination of 5 cards using the 7 cards you've been dealt. You hold 2 cards in your hand, and 5 others are on the table. You turn them up one by one as the betting progresses.
A 5-card hand, the best of 7. Okay, I get it.
There are 4 rounds of betting for each hand. At the start of the hand, you pay into the pot. Then each player gets 2 cards. Then the first round of betting starts. Once everybody has bet, 3 cards are turned up in the middle of the table, and you go on to the next round of betting. The 2 other cards on the table are turned back over after the 3rd and 4th rounds of betting.
Okay. Pay into the pot to have 2 cards in your hand, first round of bets. 3 cards turned up in the middle, new bets. 4 cards turned up, another round of bets. 5 cards turned up, final bet.
Yep, that's it. On each round, you can throw in your hand, give up that is, or you can bet, which means you have to match the bet of whoever has bet before you. You can also up the stakes by raising the previous player's bet twice per hand and no more than that.
Got it. Any other rules?
The stakes can only be raised once in any one round. If you want to raise them when another player already has during that round of betting, well, you just gotta wait for the next round, okay?
Okay. What are the combinations of cards?
Well, in ascending order of value, there's a pair, 2 cards of the same number, 2 pairs, 3 of a kind, 3 cards of the same number, a full house, which is a pair and 3 of a kind, and finally, 4 of a kind, which is 4 cards of the same number.
So, 2 queens in the hole, that's a pair. 3 jacks and 2 tens would be a full house.
There are other combinations in poker, but we don't use them in this variant.
Fine. That's it then.
Playing for higher stakes than usual tonight. The bet's at $10. Hope you won't be quitting the table right after the first hand.
I am Master Yu, humble fishing skipper. I would be honored to play a hand with you.
Howard Brooks, nice to meet you. Has luck been on your side tonight?
Alas, no. The dragon of good fortune is not looking in my direction. I shall leave the table soon. But first of all, I wish to win one last bet.
Well, Brooks, we meet again. James Elliott. I think the name probably means something to you.
I could hardly forget it. I see you haven't wasted any time.
I'm a man in a hurry, Brooks. I fully intend to be the first to cross the finishing line. How is Foster? Guess he wasn't too happy about that bit of chaos I caused in the Empire State Building, huh? But you know what? He has a remarkable antiques collection.
Don't you worry about Foster.
To think that we could all have joined forces to try and improve humanity's miserable lot. What a waste. I do hope you're not angry with me for stealing your medallion from Foster. Don't worry, though. Your father's inheritance is safe with me.
You haven't won yet. We've got a few surprises up our sleeve.
Well now, you're almost scary. Ooh, look. I'm trembling.
I'm staying in. In.
Yeah, go on, I'm in.
Come to think of it, I'm in.
I stay out.
Yeah, go on, I'm in.
Come to think of it, I'm in.
I'll play on.
I'm out. For the moment.
Yeah, go on, I'm in. Full house, 9s and 8s. I'm back on form.
Full house. Queens and 10s. Can anyone beat that? Didn't think so.
I'll buy some more chips for the next hand. I'm down to my last dollars.
I'm in. I don't give up that easily.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in. And I raise you 10.
I'm in.
I'm out of it. Like an old drunk under the table.
I'm in.
My turn. I'm in.
I'm in. I don't give up that easily.
I'm staying in. In.
I'm in.
I'm staying in. In.
I'm in.
Come to think of it, I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah, go on, I'm in.
I'm in.
I have have no more money to bet, but I wish to play this one right through to the end. My fisherman's nets caught this pretty fish a little while ago. It looks very old, and it is a thing of rare beauty. I think this should be acceptable as my stake.
This bas-relief is a very interesting stake. I think Mr. Brooks will agree with me.
It's the piece of bas-relief we're looking for. I just knew it was going to put in an appearance tonight. Your turn to play, Howard.
I'll play on.
I'm in, and I raise you 10.
I'm in.
I'm out of it, like an old drunk under the table.
Congratulations. You played very well. The best man won. The stone is yours.
Howard!
You think you've won this round, but the finish is still a long way off. Give that stone to me. No sudden moves or the lady might well have cause to regret it. For now, Miss Sullivan better take a little stroll with me. I wouldn't try to follow if I were you.
Mr. Elliot is a bad loser. I'm sorry for you.
Well, poker is a fun game. Tough luck, buddy. Guess it didn't go too well for you and Ishtar. I hope she'll be okay. If I was you, I'd get out and look for her right away.
These Macau nights are just full of surprises. Let me guess, you're looking for a young lady. Well, you're too late. These flickering shadows vanish very quickly in the colored light of the paper lanterns.
Who the devil are you?
I am Captain Nathaniel Blackwood.
Ah, there you are. Foster had lost track of you. My name's Howard Brooks. I'm on a mission to find you.
Well then, I just saved you some precious time. I'm not just here by chance, you know. I wish to join your quest.
Do you have an Atlantean medallion as well?
It's never out of my sight. It's a fascinating object. Did you know that it's made of a metal that's almost entirely unknown?
What metal might that be?
Orichalcum, the mysterious alloy used in Atlantis. Harder than diamonds, brighter than the sun. Oh, we have much to do. First, we must find the archaeologist. I saw her leaving the junk with Elliot, under duress.
Do you know where he's hiding out? Could it be in one of the warehouses down by the port?
Much further away than that. Elliot's on his way to India in an airship. He too has powerful friends.
India? Why India?
The other half of the bas-relief's there, at a palace in the Sahyadri Mountains. Elliot wants to get his hands on it so he can pinpoint the Atlantean relic.
How do you know all this?
Just like Kate Sullivan, I've been on the trail of that bas-relief for a long time. That sculpture is an essential element in the quest for Atlantis, and Elliot knows it.
In that case, there's no time to lose.